just broke the cork off.
Oh, that's puke. Ugh.
Okay. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm just sensing some umami on this. Because, ooh, mama, that's good. I still haven't found my first Blanton's. Hey, hi, everybody. It is Sunday night and 7 o'clock, and it's time for the Bourbcast. So now I had teased last week that the friend who bought me this bottle was going to come along. She got me this bottle. She got me this shirt. I thought, you know what? I'll give her full honors and you know, do the bottle, do the shirt. And then she couldn't make it. I told her I'm going to open it anyway. Because I did all the research this week to get ready for this Bourbcast and talk about Wyoming whiskey, and I'm not going to let it go to waste. If she wants to come over and have some, she certainly can. But I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and get her done. All right. Oh, okay, so I'm going to pour this, and I want to show you something I did today. Well, there's a lot I did today. I got up really early, earlier than I normally get up. But it was so I could do this. That's good. That's good. That's good. So yeah, I started playing bass guitar for my church. I've been on shadow for a while, and I've gotten to get up and play with the band a couple of different times. But it just, with the 30th anniversary of the church and all those different things, they just had a lot going on, and we weren't able to get started. But today I finally got to get up and play a little bit. There were 3 services. I played the first service. I'm still what they call a shadow. You know, I'm shadowing the rest of the band, but they seem to be happy with it, so maybe I'll get to play up a little more often. All right. It was just fun. I used to be a drummer, so I still play bass like a drummer, you know, where you're very methodical and very intentional about where your fingers go and how they go. So I've never become a bass player. I'm just a drummer playing bass, I think is what it boils down to. All right, so this is Wyoming Whiskey. This is a very prolific company. They are known for using local grain. They do distill their own products. It's what you might consider a craft distillery, but I mean, they make them. They can do the full-size barrels. I mean, they've got a lot. So let me just read to you some of the stuff that they've been making while this sits here and breathes a little bit. Let's see. The original releases was an 88 proof small batch, aged 5 years. The mash bill, and this is generally the mash bill for all the whiskey that they do, but not all of them. There's one that isn't. Mash bill 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. Then they did a 100 proof double cask. Now that's aged 5 years. And then they did the secondary finishing in Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. And then they've got one, now listen to the word, 100 proof outrider. So normally you'd spell outrider with an I, they do it with a Y, because why? See what I did there? Because there's rye in it. It's a rye, or partially a rye. It's a 5-year straight American whiskey blend of 2 distinct mash bills, an almost rye whiskey and a high rye bourbon, representing Wyoming whiskey's first use of rye. Because again, they use wheat in the primary mash bill. Then they've got a new release, new private barrel Wyoming whiskey, Big Wheat Energy, same mash bill, 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley, 122.8 proof on that one. And they've just released also a Buffalo Bill Cody, created with a blend of 26 barrels from the Wyoming Whiskey Rick Houses. That one's 97 proof, and they're pushing that one hard right now. Let's see. So this one comes out of the National Park Series. The first one that they did, no, I'm not going to get that right. Oh, they got one. Okay, so they've got one out. It's called Old Faithful. It's 108 proof. Pays homage to Yellowstone and the legendary photographer F.J. Haynes. And then you got the National Park Series. The first one was 92 proof, celebrated wide open spaces, which seems to be like a theme with Wyoming whiskey. Second one was 105 proof, celebrated Yellowstone National Park. Third one was 105 proof, called Snake River, and celebrated the Grand Tetons. And that's something worth celebrating. If you've never seen the Grand Tetons, they're amazing. And then this one, the fourth one, is called Hot Springs. Celebrates the Mammoth Hot Springs. It's aged 5 years, and it's 98 proof. So we're going to get into that one. They've also got a series called the Grand. Now, the Grand is a series called the Peak. I know, it's a lot of different names because they got a lot they want to talk about with Yellowstone. It's for the Grand Tetons, one of 3 select single-barrel rye bourbons aged 10 years. They got one that's 111.8, that's Grand Barrel 2707, the 120 proof Grand Barrel 2641, and the 125.2 proof Grand Barrel 2623, also aged 10 years. And then they've got another one. They've got a lot. I told you, they're prolific. They're like rabbits, only with whiskey. So they got one that's called 1872, 116 proof limited edition. Was a 9-year-old blend. This is the one that the mash bill's a little bit different. 9-year-old blend of wheated and rye bourbons to help celebrate America's first national park and its 150th birthday. The park, Yellowstone National Park, was established May 1st, 1872 by President Ulysses S. Grant. Let's give this a little spin. Spinny spin. Hey, Shala's watching. How are you? Glad you're... What is on my table? It's not letting me spin. Spinny spin. We'll just do it over here. Let's see. Claiming the title of Wyoming's first legal whiskey distillery, Kirby-based Wyoming Whiskey was founded in 2009 by Brad and Kate Mead and David DeFazio, along with the help of former Maker's Mark Master Distiller Steve Nally. Small batch bourbon was the first whiskey released dating back to 2012, aged 4 years at the time. Per the company's website, the bourbon is currently a minimum of 5 years old. Unlike many craft distilleries, Wyoming whiskey ages in 53-gallon barrels, contains wheat as a secondary grain. Additionally, small batch bourbon, 88 proof, is intended to pay respect to the fact that Wyoming is the 44th state. That's the alcohol by volume, see? If it's 88 proof, it's 44 alcohol by volumes, 44%. See what they did? See what they did there? Do you want me to explain it? So what happens is... Just joking. Wyoming Whiskey distills, ages, and bottles their own whiskey. Grains are locally sourced. Water comes from an aquifer a mile below the distillery. And they use 2 different yeast strains. I'm almost done. I'm almost done reading this stuff. Wyoming Whiskey National Parks number 4 straight bourbon whiskey, Mammoth Hot Springs. Yellowstone National Park bottle is the 4th collectible limited edition release in an annual National Park series. Now, I was looking this up online on their Facebook page, and somebody said, I can't wait for the 5th edition. So these are actually quite popular. Let's see. It says here, explore layers of... nope, not going to read it. Not going to read it. Crafted to celebrate the national wonders of Yellowstone National Parks number 4 proudly supports Yellowstone Forever. Why not? Why do I keep doing that? What's the name of the state? Wyoming. Wyoming Whiskey loves Yellowstone, as you can probably tell. Well, they recently did a $150,000 donation to help protect and preserve the world's largest national park. First national park, the first national park, like 2 million square acres. They do a lot to honor Yellowstone, as I said, with auctions of special single release bottles and artwork and all kinds of stuff. So let's hope that their whiskey is as good as their philanthropy. Doc is watching. Doc, dude, I didn't know you followed this page. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for watching. All right. You know, so we started Beautiful Bourbon with the idea of doing photography. Well, I was on Instagram showing off the photography, and we got some attention. But again, I've said it before. I think Instagram is boring. I don't like it. it's a chore to put photos up there, so I biffed it. I got rid of it. So Beautiful Bourbon is no longer on Instagram. All right, let's do this. Okay. That's nice. Okay, there's no astringency whatsoever. So that ethanol is not coming through. It's not beating me up. Really nice caramel or caramel if you have a degree. Very nice. Slight bit of honey in there. Cinnamons are not overly strong, but they're there. They're nice. Looking for the vanilla, I'm not finding any. There's a little bit of an apple type of scent here. Yeah. So what they say, no, that's on the palate. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. Until I taste it, I'm not going to read it. All right. Very unusual mouthfeel. Holy Toledo. I have never, ever had a mouthfeel like this. It's cool. Okay, so imagine, do you remember like menthol, the Vicks, and you could like you do like a menthol, like a lozenge or something like that, and how you'd start sucking on that and it would just permeate your entire skull. it would go up into your nose and just everywhere, right? That's what this reminded me of, in a very good way. So don't get me wrong. Normally the bloom stays on the tongue and it moves around a little bit. That's that burn. This went everywhere. I had essence of this pour everywhere on my palate. On my cheeks, excuse me, goodness gracious, on the roof of my mouth, under my tongue, everywhere. It was everywhere. And I have never had that before. And it was quite pleasant. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like that. Now I'm going to wish more whiskeys did that. All right, let's get back to it here. It's buttery. Really nice. This is really nice. I like this one. Okay, let me see if I can get you some notes. The mouthfeel is wonderful. It drinks hotter. What did I say this was? 98 proof? Yep, 98. So this drinks warmer than 98. And again, it hits everything, everywhere. Really interesting pour here. And the flavors. So what they say, now I'm going to read their notes. Says, explore layers of creme caramel, candied ginger, leading into a honeysuckle finish. Those are notes I don't normally think about when it comes to my whiskey. But I am not going to tell them they're wrong. This is a very unusual pour. It's got a nice sweet side to it, but not so sweet that you're like, ha ha ha. I was worried that this was going to turn into some sort of like almost a flavored sweet, bleh, but it is not. I don't know anything about the cooperage. I don't know what kind of barrels they're using. I don't know anything about any of that. I don't know what the char is. I couldn't find that anywhere. And you can't judge by the color of it what the char is. You just can't. It doesn't work that way. Gosh, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good. I have never had honeysuckle. I don't know what honeysuckle tastes like, but if it tastes like that, I want some more. I want some honeysuckle. That's really tasty. I almost don't want to run it through the paces. I don't want to put it on water, and I don't want to put it on ice because I like it just the way it is. That is really, really good. And because it's the only bottle I have, and I would have to go all the way to Jackson Hole, Wyoming to get it, or somewhere else in Wyoming. I don't know. They might sell it online, maybe. But boy, and it's a limited edition too. This is number 4. That's not going to stick around forever. Then there's going to be the next one. And it's going to be different. So this is one of those that you want it to last as long as you could possibly make it last. Yes, share it with people, but goodness gracious, this is a magnificent pour. Absolutely magnificent. Very, very good. All right, let's put some water on it. I don't want to. I just don't want to, but I'm going to. Because that's what we do. All right. Bit, 2. That's all I'm going to give it. And normally that's enough. I've done more, but I don't think that I'm going to need more on this. All right. Didn't really change the nose much. You got a little bit of a tobacco note, but that's insignificant, really. It brought that bloom back. Still drinks a little hotter than 98, but not so hot that it just isn't comfortable. It's like a better neat. There's something that changed on the flavor. I don't know what it is. It brought out a little bit of earthiness, not a lot. It's only 2 drops. You can't do a lot. But you know what we could do is we could see what happens if I add a little more. And that earthiness, I'm thinking like a dark fruit, like a prune. And again, it's not actually the taste of a prune. It's just what it reminds you of that. It's not sweet like a raisin. More like a date or a prune. And it might have been there beforehand, but when you add water, it opens it up and it brings out a little bit more, right? So maybe that's all it was. Is it was there all along. I didn't realize it. Maybe if after this sits for 6 weeks, 6 months, whatever, I'll come back to it and it's like, dates. Prunes! All right. Okay, so I've added 2 more drops of water on this. I got 4 in here now. Let's see if it does anything. Really not much. That earthiness, that prune, that the date, all that stuff I kind of made a big deal out of. Yeah. 2 more drops of water that took that away. Boy, that bloom is still good. I'm getting it right up in here. Hey, Kevin's watching. Kevin, you need to go online and see if you can find you one of these here. This is Wyoming Whiskey, National Parks number 4. It's fantastic. I mean it. Very, very good. This is the water test. Again, it didn't change it a whole lot. I still like it neat just a slight bit better. Maybe it's because that's the first thing I tried and it was like, wow. But it's good on a little bit of water too. Last time I was out in Wyoming, it seems to be normal, but they were having wildfires. And wildfires show up occasionally throughout that area, and sometimes it's a full court press to get those fires out. When we were there, this would have been 2012, I think. They had helicopters dumping water on it. It hadn't gotten real huge. I think they had done a pretty good job of containing it. It wasn't like a forest fire. But they did have a wildfire, and they had to deal with it. And so I brought out one of my new 50-cent glasses. I got like, 14 of these for 50 cents total. 50 cents for all of them. And this got a little smoke color on it. So I thought, you know what? We'll do that. We'll do that. Shala says, hi, Kevin. Don't snub Shala, Kevin. Say hi back. Be a gentleman. All right, got that gorgeous... there it is. Hi, friends. That works. That works. I like it. Got that gorgeous ice sphere.
Gorgeous ice sphere. It's a gorgeous ice sphere. Yeah. So gorgeous and so icy and so round and so very, very gorgeous.
All right. I'm not going to pour much of this on here. I need this to last. That's all I'm going to do. All right. Shala and Kevin are having their own little side conversation. It's all right. I'm just grateful you're both here. It's good to have you both here. I still want to do this at a bar somewhere. I haven't been able to pull that trigger. I've been trying, and it just hasn't happened for me. There was half a dozen people that were interested, and then getting it to happen has been a challenge. And I mean, just doing this on a regular night has become a challenge. We were on Thursdays, and we were on Wednesdays, and we were on Mondays, and we were back on Thursdays, and now we're on Sundays. When life gets busy. All right, a little bit of Wyoming whiskey on an ice sphere. Brings out some different flavors when it's cold. It holds up, which is great, but there's some graham cracker and there's some honey in there. There's a fruit note. That's something I've been getting all the way through, is a fruit note, and I can't begin to tell you what it is. Maybe it's that honeysuckle. I don't know. But there is definitely a fruit note. It's not black cherry. It could be regular cherry. I do not know. I can't tell you what it is. I like it. The vanilla popped really nice on ice too. I mean, it's almost like vanilla bean. Very tasty. Very, very, very good. If you get the opportunity to pick up one of these, I mean, I don't think you'll be able to find one now. I don't know. They may be still available online. This is, again, the Wyoming Whiskey National Parks number 4. At some point, I mean, this is a limited edition. It's going to go away and it's never going to come back. Celebrating the hot springs. The what did I say this one was? The Mammoth Hot Springs. I've been to Yellowstone once. I was there as a kid. I was 5 years old, but I still remember Old Faithful and the paint pots and the sulfur pits that stink of sulfur. But they've got webcams out there now, so you can watch them. It's not near the same thing. You got to go. Very volcanic region. They're saying that the whole thing is sitting on this somewhat halfway dormant volcano, and someday it could just. Bleh. I'd like to see it again before it goes. Bleh. That's the official sound of a volcano. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Bleh. Going to do Adventure Cigar Batch 1 and 2 mixed together. I didn't buy number 3 yet. All right, looking for a pour. Good, good, good. Yeah, Adventures. I have yet to pick up any of their stuff. Adventure Spirits is a White House, Ohio spirit. And I have yet, we were supposed to tour the place and never did, so I just haven't made it a priority to pick up any of their stuff. I will. I just haven't. I've got some other stuff over there that's Ohio only. This is, it might be Wyoming only, but I don't know. I got to look and see if they're available online anywhere. All right. So anyhow, next week, we're going to come back and we're going to do Old Fitzgerald 7-year bottled in bond. This has been lighting up the internet. Pardon me, ladies, excuse a pig. People have been talking about this one. They say it's fantastic. I don't know. I ain't tried it yet. But we're going to try this one next week. I'm going to come back on Sunday, 7 o'clock, I hope. Yeah, Sundays are just crazy stupid. But I'm going to try to come back next Sunday, 7 o'clock, and we'll do this Old Fitzgerald 7-year bottled in bond. I'm excited about it. I've had this now for a few weeks, maybe about 3 weeks, and I still haven't opened it. So that right there, that's telling you I can do it. I have, what do I have? Discipline. Is that what I have? I don't know. Let me know when you do. When you do it live, black and half behind it. I'm not sure what you're telling me there, Kevin. Old Fitz, okay. Yeah. Shala, Old Fitz. I love their bottles. Even the ones that are just normal, are pretty decorative. It's kind of a reminder of the decanter that they put out with some of their higher end Old Fitz. I'm looking forward to this one. Like I said, I can't wait to do it. Kevin, I'm not sure what you were saying. Block. Let me know when you do. I live block and half behind it. Oh, you live a block and a half behind it. Oh, okay, at Adventure Spirits. Well, Kevin, do me a solid, dude, and tell them, hey, you got to have a Bourbcast here. I tried. And I kind of got ignored. And that's okay. I get it. You're busy. You got a brand new distillery and a brand new product, and you're trying to do this, that, and the other thing. I get it. So you, Kevman, can act as my intermediary and get me in there so we can do that live. You too. Let's do it. Let me know when you can make it to Adventure. I live about a block and a half away. Thank you for spelling it out a little bit. I know the new keyboards on the iPhone suck. I'm all thumbs when it comes to that now. I cannot do the new keyboards. I suck. Everything sucks. iPhone, Apple, your keyboards, they suck. Okay. Shala, when we do this, you need to come along. Faux show. That's what I'm saying. We all need to get together. All right. So again, Old Fitzgerald 7-year bottled and bond coming up next week. I do appreciate you hanging out with us. It wouldn't be the same without you. It wouldn't be anything without you. You could be doing anything else on a Sunday evening, and you're here with me. And it's been a beautiful day. Like I say, I started playing bass in the church for the band. Came home, chopped down an apple tree that was really annoying me. And I needed to chop it down years ago, and finally did it tonight. I've been up since 5:30. I'm very tired. And the bourbon is going to make me kind of... So we will see you next week, Sunday, 7 o'clock-ish, whenever we get to it, with Old Fitzgerald 7-year bottled and bond, and we will see you then.